Yo, what's good, everybody? It's the Unhinged podcast with Jazz and Meg. Today we've got Late1. What's happening, Late1? How you going?
Yeah, alright, yourself?
Yeah, good.
Real OG of the game in this one.
Late1's been in this shit for a very long time and he's got a wealth of knowledge, and it's a pleasure to have him on. What's been happening?
Had a kid. That was pretty exciting stuff, you know? Fatherhood and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
Not
This
a lot
guy's got
else,
like 8
probably.
kids, you know? Yeah, been there, you know.
I'm really 55.
I got 3 kids in university and, you know.
Almost.
Yeah, how was that for you? Like, how was the experience?
Oh, it's incredible, man. It puts everything else in perspective so quickly.
Yeah.
Like, all of a sudden, I don't quite know why I've come through to a music podcast, and all I'm doing right now is changing nappies and that at home, but...
Yeah, it's weird, hey. It's like, I just like burnt my baby, now I gotta rap like 16s at a show.
Yeah. And just even finding time to write. I haven't picked up the pen in a minute, man.
Haven't you?
No, I keep wanting to.
When was the last time, you reckon?
Definitely before Quinn was born.
Really?
Yeah, it's been... This isn't anything serious. A line pops in your head, you jot it down sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's been the extent of it.
Have you been listening to music though?
A little bit.
Just kind of all in serious mode kind of thing.
There's been a lot of like nursery rhymes and shit.
I know.
I don't know if rap's necessarily the playlist for a baby when you're first starting.
Dude, I played actually Kim accident. I don't know, that Kendrick Lamar song, Not Like Us, come on, and my kid just went straight back to sleep. And I play him like boom bap, like just like big pun, like I can steal your cat and shit. And dude, he loves it. He just falls asleep. Like, I don't know, maybe the tempo or something, like, you know, I don't know. It's weird. Maybe just a fluke or.
Well, you're actually pretty good at freestyling, so does that come into play?
I've been making
Singing
up
nursery rhymes.
Yeah. I'm just constantly freestyling nursery rhymes while I'm holding her and trying to get her to sleep.
Yeah. And
I'm running out of bars really quickly because turns out there's not that many words that rhyme with like baby, girl, and Quinn. That you run through this really quickly. It's
Dick
fun.
bars.
It's
Dick bars, bro.
absolutely not, my guy. She's a little angel. She doesn't even know about that.
She doesn't understand yet.
But no, it definitely is. The freestyle side's been coming into it. I'm also realizing what a terrible singer I am when you.
Oh, it's good, eh, dude?
When it's 3 a.m. and you get the person awake in the house and you sing and try and get them to sleep.
Dude, I just hum like.
Oh, she put her head on my chest. She seems to really respond to it, but I'm very aware that I'm horribly out of key.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be teaching her that. Like, I want her to be... Her mum can sing a bit. I want her to be able to sing, you know?
Yeah. Dude, they don't know what's going on, man. You can be, like, just, like, crying and eating, you know.
Yeah.
Jazz just over here. Like,
I mean,
that's
that's honestly, like, me on a Tuesday after work. Like, it's a bit different, though. Yeah, so, when was the last time you dropped a song? When was your last single?
Oh, the last time I dropped a song as Late1...
Yeah.
Probably 3 or 4 years ago now, actually. Would have been with the album I dropped, Better Late Than Never. Since then, I've done a couple of collabs here and there. I am working on a new album. There's actually things happening again. I've gotten back on the horse, but COVID fucked the momentum really badly as well. Like when I dropped the album was sort of immediately as COVID was happening. So I held off on the release date for a bit, thinking it'll be a couple of months. Turns out it was a couple of years, pretty much, that the whole thing was shut down for.
Yeah, that was weird, eh?
Then we dropped it, and then the lockdowns came back, so I couldn't actually do the tour shows or anything where you're actually meant to recoup the money.
Yeah.
And it was very frustrating, because just as that was happening, we'd really started to hit a wave. Where we'd done the Butterfingers shows and the Seth Century shows and a bunch of higher profile opening acts. We were playing at festivals. 3 or 4 festivals a year with the Freestyle Mafia sort of thing, just getting up and doing freestyle sets.
Yeah.
And I was getting really used to playing to crowds of, 300 to 1,000. And that was feeling amazing. And the crew that I was working with at the time, everyone was dropping really consistently. We were hanging out at my place once or twice a week. We'd start every hangout with almost like a show and tell where people would show you what they'd written that week, and then would freestyle and everything. And the momentum was incredible, and I've never felt momentum like that. And then it just got snatched away so suddenly by COVID shutting everything down. And even then, when we tried to return and start putting on shows and that sort of thing, all the venue owners, all the promoters that I knew had left the game because everything had shut down.
Everything's stale now.
We started doing some shows at Beetle Bar, Flaming Galah, it was called at the time.
I love that venue. That was the first show I did in Brisbane.
That was my first.
Yeah, that was the
show
first
that I
one.
put on.
That was the first proper rap show that I've done. I've been on stage before that, but that was the first. I love that venue, that green room.
Well,
I like how you
in
call
the
it Beetle Bar too.
Yeah, because it's old as shit.
Yeah.
But,
I played at the Beetle Bar.
Wait, was that what it was called?
It was called the Beetle Bar.
It used to have like a
Beetle
small
Bar.
like
10
Volkswagen
years ago or
Beetle on the
something.
roof. A Vita Beetle.
Yeah, right.
Like deconstructed on the roof.
Really?
It was like the sign you'd see from ages
There
away.
you go.
It's been the place for
But then
fucking years.
We had 3 or 4
Decades.
shows there that were selling out. We were having sort of limited numbers. We were bringing through 150 each night, and those 3 all sold out in advance. It was amazing. And someone called the coppers and shut the whole thing down because there wasn't enough social distancing.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And
Yeah,
I'm not
that
going to
was,
go into the whole politics of the whole situation, but why are you calling the cops, man? We were literally operating at a third of the venue capacity. We were following all the rules.
Dude, people were wearing like welding helmets to Coles, dude, to buy eggs. It's like, hey man, you're not gonna die, bro. It's not the fucking Black Plague. You don't have to wear that fucking bird mask.
So, sort of, since then...
Can you imagine just, yeah mate, I'll just get a fucking large coat. I don't know.
I'll just have a pack of Whitney Gold.
Or you just pull up to the KFC drive-thru with one of those.
Just stare at them.
Yeah.
All right, well, before we go too far into it, man, we're talking a lot about it, but we know you. And a few of our viewers, you know, all the hundreds of viewers, they know you, but a lot of people wouldn't know you. So why don't we go back a bit and talk about who is Late1 and what does he mean to Brisbane?
Yeah, word. I mean, probably less than I think I do, but...
Humble as shit, this guy.
No, so I was...
He's not.
No, not at all.
No.
So what, like where it all started?
Yeah,
Yeah, like
how'd
when you were
start
born,
getting-
basically.
Alright, so to be honest, after high school, I'd found myself unemployed and in debt. I'd done my thing for a little while and, you know, smoked too much weed and everything, and sort of like just found myself not doing that great, to be honest. And I was hanging out with some mates and kind of all realised we liked the same kind of music, and it started with a Facebook group where we'd send each other tracks, and it was going pretty underground. Like a guy who'd never listened to rap, Benji, who was the guy who started all this.
Yeah.
He'd gone from not listening to rap to a month later he was like sending me Whirlwind Through Cities by Afu Ra and like some really decent like deep cuts, and we're like, okay, shit, so this is a lot of fun. So we went up with we went from like 2 people to like 50 people in this little Facebook sharing group in like a week, and someone said, you guys should do something with this. So I was really drunk one night. I emailed Rumpus Room, God, I miss that place, and said, would you give us $50 to have a Wu-Tang night? And they said absolutely. And then within a week or 2 of that, it became like a weekly event. You know, they started paying us a little bit more, giving us bar tabs, and it sort of became this little hub. It's just DJ nights, nothing crazy, but it was a place you knew you'd go and find people who were listening to the same sort of music as you. And through that, I met guys like Kudos, who'd come to town to do a show, asked where he could go and hear some rap, and someone somehow sent him in our direction, and that was like the 3rd show we'd ever done, and linked up with him and made a lot of friends there who ended up being part of what we were doing. And after a year and maybe 2 years of that, it got a bit stale. The crowds were starting to disappear. We wanted to grow, but we didn't really know how to. I spoke to the owner, Nate, who was amazing. He was such a great mentor to us. And I said, you know, what do we do? We're thinking, do we open a second venue somewhere else and start doing more of these shows in different cities? And he said, mate, you need to sort out your own backyard before you think of any of that, because your shit's starting to fall off. And so we kind of thought about it. We said, fuck it, this is done. Let's end this. This run's been great, but let's end it. We had one last show where we just did locals only. So we were playing just Brisbane artists that night. So you'd come through and you'd hear, at the time it was like Midas Gold and Camouflage Rose and Gallus and that sort of thing being played. There was IMD and that sort of thing. It was great because all of a sudden every rapper turned out in town just to hear their shit played at a bar where you're not actually performing it. You're just having a beer and it's like, hey.
Oh, so it was just playing on the speaker?
Yeah. So
okay.
it wasn't even a show at that point.
So it's kind of like an album launch thing where they do
Kind
that.
of, but just for the whole scene where we just played Brisbane music.
That's pretty sick.
And that night was great. And then we wrapped it up, and the Foundry heard about what we were doing, and they hired us pretty much immediately. And that was nuts. They gave us a budget, it was like $1,000 almost, to run a monthly show. But we had the Sunday afternoon time.
Why don't they do that still? Some do, but like, why don't the venues give people like a budget?
Maybe we just have to look for it harder.
Honestly, well, I guess we've got to pay for the venue though, you know. It's the other way around now. Like,
that was what was wild back then, and that's what I would love to bring back, and I'd love to educate more promoters on how we arrange these sort of deals. But essentially, it was all funded on the liquor sales. So they're paying us $1,000-ish to put on a show and bring 300, 400 people to a venue, and throughout the Sunday afternoon. And those 300 to 400 people would spend 10 grand, 15 grand over the bar.
On a Sunday, man. That's
So it was the venue was making money hand
Brisbane.
over fist. And that was the best arrangement we ever had. But then after that, we started just doing our own thing. We did that run for about a year or so. We had some interstates play. We had like Mathis and Rappaport, I think, did a set. Howe from the hip hop show
Oh, okay.
played one of them at headline.
Yeah, right.
And just a lot of great local acts as well. We had the boys from Gratis Minds come up and everything as well, from Cabrera Beach and everything. Yeah. We had some great shows. It was a lot of fun. And then again, as things happened, it started to die after about a year. So we saw the writing on the wall. We said, okay, we'll wrap it up. We don't want to get stale like we did last time.
Yeah.
And then we started just doing random like guerrilla shows almost whenever we wanted to do something. Whenever I had a rapper that I liked or an artist that caught my attention, I'd just do a show around them at this venue or that venue. And that was like Black Bear or Beard Lady, lots of places around town. We
Back when there were still good venues.
Yeah, and what had changed then is no one was paying us to do the shows anymore. But I was usually able to negotiate the venue for free because they knew the reputation. They knew that people would come out to our shows. We were able to book much bigger artists than we had any right to because everyone knew that our shows ran on time. The equipment worked. There was a fucking sound check that happened and people actually showed up for it. And so that was how it was all run. And throughout that entire run...
No comment.
Well, we had like 150 or 200 shows or something over the whole period. And in that whole time, we only had 2 fucking fights in the entire time. Yeah. Like 2 fights out of 200 odd shows. So we had a really good reputation for that. So people wanted to work with us, not because we offered them more money than anyone else, but because they knew the night would go well.
Because people were smashing up the joint years before COVID, eh? Like,
well, that was not a big challenge.
Flaming Galah, that's why
that's
why they kind of turned on the rappers, because people started vandalising the place.
Dude.
Well, that was our first challenge coming into the scene, actually, was...
The reputation.
Brisbane's hip-hop legacy is almost unparalleled around the country. Everyone talks about Adelaide, of course, the hoods, or Melbourne, of course, Burn City and all that. But Brisbane's where Lazy Grey came from. Brisbane really pioneered rapping with an Australian accent, as opposed to the American accent a lot of people started from. We had the Resin Dogs and that sort of thing. A lot happened in Brisbane that really doesn't get credit. But unfortunately, a big part of that culture, and it's still a part of hip-hop culture to this day and everything, was the graph culture and the writing culture and everything too. And there was a big reputation for shows. The Rebels would put on shows, and these are legendary. I want to be very clear. I've never done anything as cool as what the Rebels were doing. I don't sound like I'm talking any shit, but venues were hesitant to book us because there was a reputation the fights had for vandalism and fights and that sort of thing. And we came through with a cleaner, more sanitized yada version. I have no idea how or why that ended up happening. That wasn't necessarily the goal. I think
it just happened.
It just seemed to happen, and so venues were more open to having it. A lot of the venue owners, especially, were old fucking heads. We'd hit them up and say, "Oh, we're doing like a Wu-Tang thing. We'll play Wu-Tang tracks tonight." And they're like, "Oh fuck, I love Wu-Tang. Yeah, come on through."
What's the difference like between the crowds from then to now? Were they bigger? Were they better? Were they more supportive? Or is it kind of the same now?
I think back then, I don't know. I've thought about this a bit over the years. I think back then they were really on that absolute cutting edge. They were the first cunts in Australia to be doing this. And I think what really made it different is that meant that they were outcasts. I remember even when I was in high school, it was not cool to listen to rap.
Really?
At all, dude. You'd get fucking clowned on massively.
Just the whitest high school. Let's go with a tie, mate.
No, it's changed.
Yeah, I just went to Morris College, Astro.
No, I was at the Gap in State High and everything.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't cool to be a white dude that liked rap when I was in high school.
Really?
To be fair,
and
I
the guys
was
that went before.
I was the only one.
And the guys that went before had that 10 times over, so they were just used to being fucking pushed out of the scene.
Fair enough.
So of course they went a bit hard and they got a bit crazy because that was them like stamping down their own identity. When we came through, it was a bit safer. I think a bit more okay to do it. So I think we had more. Look, for better or worse, I think we had more tourists that came through.
It's safer.
Well, no, I think we had more people that would be like, "Oh, I'll take my missus out to."
Hey, white boy, give me all your money. Or you're on stage with the mic.
But it was more.
You get robbed while rapping.
It was more. You could like bring a date. You know what I mean? You could bring a girl with you to the hip hop show and not be worried about like what the fuck she was actually going to see there and what she was going to think of you for association.
Oh, okay.
So I think like that was one of the things we had more girls coming along as well. And when girls come to shows, guys come to shows because guys just follow girls around wherever they go.
Yeah.
And we were never able to, have a majority female crowd or anything like that. But I don't know. I think it was just different generation, different priorities, different headspace, that sort of thing. But those guys, absolutely the pioneers for
interesting
for Brisbane and Australian hip hop as a whole.
I think COVID killed that again. The people going out and doing things like that. It seems to only just kind of be coming back now from what
I mean, there's so many different types of mini scenes in the scene
it's all
now.
clicky.
It's
so
all,
clicky.
it's all. There is shit going on. It's just as you said. It's probably not as as tight knit as it was back then.
Well, that was the other thing that we did differently,
Yeah.
and that was, I think, the thing that we did differently first. That might have separated strictly from what came before us, and to some extent what came after. Was we made a point at all these shows to book people who didn't hang out with each other on the same bill.
Oh,
So-
yeah, that's so good. Yeah, that's an issue.
Well,
right now.
it caused
With, like-
problems at times too, but we'd have fucking Gaz Goon playing the same show as Midas Gold, playing the same show as, I don't know, Emph and Treats or something.
Yeah, and they got the same fans.
Well, that was always the goal, was to try and get that overlap and show the
Yeah.
different crews they have more in common than they did that separated them.
Yeah.
And we had mixed success with that.
Mm.
There were definitely crews that would come through, watch their mate set, then piss off. But the favourite thing that we liked to hear was when we'd find out a collab had happened
Yeah.
because they met at one of our shows.
Yeah, I love that
It's
shit.
like, oh, I met this kid while fucking Gallus was playing, and me and this fella were doing a track together. And neither one of these boys would have even been fans of Gallus in the first place, but because we had that cross spread, we had them all in the room at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Straight up, like I reckon that's the funnest part about it, is just networking, bringing people together. It's
That's what
fun.
we love. That's
It's
what
a
we
lot
love.
of fun.
And throughout all this, I had Benji with me as well, Foolish. And the two of us started booking these shows, and we watch acts get up there, and some of them were awesome, and some of them fucking suck.
Have you ever seen someone booed off stage?
Oh yeah.
Really?
That'll happen.
Like, has that happened? Have you ever seen that?
I've never had it happen to me, no.
No, not you, but like someone else at a show. Have you ever seen? Because like, you know, that's such like 8 Mile shit. Like,
Yes, I have.
fuck all,
I have.
Yeah, but I've never actually seen it on a show. Like,
I don't love it. I don't love the energy. That was more.
oh, it'd
in
be
the-
horrible.
in
But
the-
like, I'm just curious if it's ever happened.
What I've usually
Brisbane.
seen is they'll empty the room, and sometimes as a promoter you might cut their set short.
I mean,
because of
what's
that.
worse, emptying the room or booze?
At least
Probably-
if you empty the room, you get to leave in private, right?
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, dude, I'd be
No one's
leaving.
sees
Not
your
throwing
tears.
shit at you as you leave the venue room.
Just some cunt chucks like a cabbage at you or something.
It's genuinely
Tomato.
it's genuinely a fear I've never quite. I've never copped a boo or a heckler or anything like that. But it's always been like what happens if today's like? How are you going to respond to
Dude,
that?
there was hecklers
Yeah.
up at Townsville.
Yeah.
That like got just like it was.
This is when you guys did the set century
Yeah.
shows.
Yeah, you just
shows?
laugh
Yeah.
at it. You just laugh at it like, yeah, fuck you, like, you know, you just
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
just having fun though.
because they wanna.
The difference was they weren't trying to get us off stage. At least I hope so.
You want one of these?
Oh. No.
No,
I'm gonna grab
Hey,
one of mine.
Boy, this will put fucking hairs on your chest,
Okay,
man.
okay.
I'm
Cheers,
sure
bro. Grab two.
I'm sure
whatever.
he's already got hairs on his chest.
No, aerodynamic as fuck, man.
You don't like these, or you just have you ever had them?
I haven't had one of those in fucking years,
I mean,
mate.
if
They
you-
were the first beers I ever
If
had.
you're drinking Tooheys New, you like 4X better. You know what I mean? Like it's just a fact of life.
Well, Tooheys New I found was a sweet spot for like cost.
I mean,
versus
probably a bit
strength.
late, but you want that?
Oh yeah, go on then. There you go.
Yeah, I don't fuck around
Yeah,
here,
tricky
boys.
guess,
Yes,
buddy.
you got me beers. Yeah.
Well, we're not paying you, so we've got to at least be.
But no, like there were definitely acts that like shone, and there was some you'd see. What we always like doing as well, we'd always make a point. The first act of the night was someone who'd never played before,
Yeah.
or someone who'd done like 1 or 2 shows.
Yeah.
And the idea was we'd give them that stage time.
Yeah.
Now the benefit of that was the first time act will usually bring 10 or 15 people with them.
Yeah.
And you're paying them $50 or something for the first show, which you know we always insisted everyone that worked with us got paid. That was always the deal. But you pay them $50 for the first show, and they bring.
Hey, I didn't say
That's
anything,
another
mate.
issue for contention
Hey,
right
yeah,
now.
I will happily dive into that
That's-
conversation. Sure.
yeah, well,
but
I'd be
the
happy
thing
to.
about bookers over their first set is they bring their fucking parents and their siblings that along, and they end up buying 10 or 15 tickets at $10 a pop. So they paid 100, 150, compensates the $50. All of a sudden, you got $100 to play with to book the rest of the show. It took us a long time to find the economics to make this work, and even when it did, we'd lose money every third show. But the trick was to make more money in the 2 shows that ran.
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
The other reason we were able to make this work, and I hate to say this because this kind of goes against my argument that it's self-sustaining, is that we didn't do it for the money. We did it for the fucking love of the game. We loved putting these shows on. Look, there was part of it was the ego. We liked being the guys that put that shit on as well. It was nice. People come up, dap you up and shit. I wasn't a cool guy in high school. It was nice fucking people in the venues coming up and going backstage and knowing all the artists and going to the after parties and shit.
Yeah.
But because we weren't trying to make a living off of it, and that's where I will say the difference sort of comes in. But we were able to turn a little bit of money, which we almost always put back into the next show, be it booking better photographers, etc. And the economics of this have all changed since COVID as well. So I'm not even saying I could do this again. But that golden age where the Foundry was giving us a paycheck to begin with, we weren't charging anything with tickets. The tickets were free.
Yeah.
And that was where it really worked because people would just come because it's fucking free. Why? What? You go there, you don't like it, okay, leave. You're in the valley.
Yeah.
There's other places you can go.
Yeah, you can go play Nintendo 64 at fucking Netherworld. You know?
Right? Exactly.
You're obsessed with that fucking place.
Hey, dude, I am, and fucking sue me if you're unhappy with it. Fuck you. I'll talk about it every episode. Hey, Netherworld, best place in the planet.
Dude thrashed me at Mario Kart.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't fuck around, mate. I fucking my joystick's broken because of how much
and they
I
all
play that.
thrashed me at Mario Kart.
They
Mate,
couldn't
Dude,
teach you.
have you
I'm
seen?
gonna cert 4 in Mario Kart.
Have you seen an 11-year-old
I've
play
got a
Fortnite?
fucking bachelor, son. I went to TAFE for that shit, bro. Yeah, you're smiling because you know I'm serious about that.
You should
There's
see
a
these-
TAFE course
you should see
on
these
Mario
kids play
Kart.
Fortnite.
Oh,
They're
fuck mine, dude.
fucking cracked on that.
I don't know.
game.
I just never really. I was like the COD era, like the 2012
Dude,
COD
I don't
era, and
get
then
it
I just
either.
didn't really catch on to anything else. I don't know.
Yeah,
Mate.
but the way they play this game is insane.
In high school, we would go to fucking LAN cafes and play DC.
Oh, I remember that. Oh, they had one in Emerald. I thought I was gonna get murdered at my fucking liver fucking harvested for money.
We used to duck out
So
from State High.
sketchy, bro.
And
Like,
we'd go to the joint in the corner, and the teacher would rate it from time to time, and half the kids would like just duck under the desk
Yeah.
so they didn't get caught.
yeah.
It was good times.
There's a question before I forget. I got a question. There's a guy, an older gentleman that comes to a lot of the local shows. He has a white beard.
Bob Collins.
Yes. Now, he was at the Steppers show,
Yeah,
but
dude,
no one
he was at Steppers.
There you go.
Yeah.
You made it.
No, and
He
I've
made
seen
it.
him, and ever since you shouted him out once, maybe at one of them, it was either the NJ show or the Conquest show. This is a long time ago. You shouted him out, and then I always recognize him now. And I've always been curious what's his part in the scene.
Look, Bob Collins is a dead set fucking legend, and everyone who meets him should show him kindness, buy him a beer, you haven't seen him at a show.
100%.
I was gonna go up to him because he was there. and
Yeah,
like,
dude, you should.
but
He's been to a few of my shows now. I feel very.
Was he a
very-
I always,
promoter?
I always,
or
I
was
always
he,
tell people you've made it when Bob starts going. No, Bob just fucking loves live music. And Bob
like
used to hop
any-
on
not
Facebook.
just rap,
Any.
not just rap.
Yeah,
Just rap.
I mean, he was a mainstay at the Zoo. He's been at like every venue in Brisbane, and it's not just the rappers that know him and love him. He's
Oh, okay.
he used to go on Facebook on a Friday and just see what live music was playing in Brisbane that day, and
Right.
just go to whatever show. Didn't know anyone there. Often get fucking mocked, or not like mocked, but like, oh my god, an old guy's here, like made of a scene.
Okay.
And he just loved music so much, he'd just keep coming through. And we fucking love Bob Collins has
that's
a late
such a
one,
good name.
late
yeah.
one tattoo.
What's up, man? Bob Collins.
He has my logo tattooed on his arm.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He was at a Seth Century show many years ago. Seth saw him in the audience and called him Old Man River. So we got Old Man River tattooed.
That's
And when
sick.
I opened for Seth, he joked he was going to get my logo tattooed underneath it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's funny, Bob. The day of the gig, he sends me a photo of like, you know, the
No way.
like Glad Wrap and the tape, and I'm like, you haven't, have you? And he showed me at the gig. He's got
That's so cool.
and what's wild is he's got 2 daughters who are like 35-ish something, probably about my age, who are like, what the fuck is this rapper tattoo you've got on you? Like, what?
Dude, it just had like a midlife crisis and little fuck it, I love it.
No,
That's
Bob,
sick.
Bob is a dead set legend.
Yeah,
he's
he's
bought.
awesome.
There's been times when he's bought like dates to shows and that.
Yeah.
He has always permanently got free entry to any show we ever play. Bob, nothing but respect for that. He took me to the Snoop Dogg show when he toured.
Really?
He hit me up. He's like, I've got a spare ticket to Snoop Dogg. Do you want to go?
What a maker. That's sick.
Like Bob is a G, and like he loves music more than 95% of the people who go to shows.
Wow.
He's not there to support a mate. He's just there because he wants to hear the music.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he's
he's
there
a
to be
beautiful man.
entertained, and like, oh god, I wish I'd done more in my life to give, but we've done what we can. We always make sure he's welcome and whatnot. But he's recently started to have health issues. I understand he's now in assisted living,
Yeah.
but he still fucking goes to shows.
He was at,
Dude,
yeah,
yeah,
he
yeah,
was
he
at
was
the,
at
he was at the
Big
Big Steppers, man. That was crazy. I was like, "Ooh."
Love you, Bob. 100%. And Brisbane's lucky
100%.
to have him, man. There's not much like that, and.
Yeah. There'll be a statue erected of Bob.
I always
one
used to
day.
tell the young artists when Bob starts coming to your shows, you've made it. Like, yeah, you're part of the scene now.
Yeah, okay.
I've seen over the years, I've seen like the Zoo make shout out posts to him just for no
Wow.
reason, just being like, hey,
Yeah.
we just want to highlight how great Bob is.
He's
Like,
just that guy.
yeah, he's that guy. He's
That's
white.
sick. See, all you need is 500 people like him. And then
Exactly.
you've got a fucking
Dude,
scene.
all you need is
Well, I got
5
one,
people like
so
him.
Yeah.
499 more, and we'll be
Yeah,
there.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, there's always those people you see in the shows, you know, they're like, oh yeah, you know, and they always come. There are a few
Yeah,
people
the
like
regulars.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta love the regulars, man.
But I love me. It's just good when you meet new people. New people come up.
We
to
had
you.
a few.
We brought him
new
on stage
faces
with us
too.
once to do a track.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun. He was up on stage with
Who?
us with microphones. Bob.
Really?
Yeah. He was a little out of his depth.
Was he
I think.
spitting bars?
We found. I think he got a bit overwhelmed being on the stage, but Tails, my roommate Tails, Tails.
Yeah.
Put his arm around him and like sort of brought him into it more, and he had a great. He thanked us afterwards.
Yeah.
It was just kind of a spur of the moment thing, but
Yeah.
absolute legend.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a bit full on just being in the crowd and jumping up. You're like, oh, fuck.
I've seen.
It's not easy. It's not like...
I've seen young men choking.
Easy,
that
okay.
I've seen young men who want to perform choking that snow.
Did you see Tannis?
Easy, bro.
On
when
your
you think
videos,
about it.
Yeah. My son Tannis, my middle child, he got up and did Follow the Sun with me.
Yeah.
And that was amazing. Dude,
I'd
he
love
got
to have
up,
been there. Though.
he killed it.
To be fair, the reason I wasn't there is because my kid was like a month old. You
No
got
harm, no foul, man. I
I've
understand.
No regrets.
Yeah,
But
so
what
was mine and I was there.
No,
I'm joking.
This is more about you than me.
Yeah, I'm the shittest cunt, that's why.
But no, like no regrets. But
You
when I was
weren't
watching the
getting paid
video,
if you weren't.
when I was watching the video of Tannis up there, I was I was pretty jealous of not having been there that night. That was like an awesome moment.
It was, man. It was awesome. And then during the hook, he put the microphone out for the crowd to sing
Like
along.
a fucking pro.
I didn't even teach him to do that. He
Oh.
just did that.
Wait, oh yeah, dude, he was loving it.
Yeah, he was jumping around and then he goes,
Bro, he's a natural, 100%.
Is Cohen hopping up soon?
no. He's too cool for that, man. Yeah.
I mean, that's just the coolest thing, you know.
He had his friends
That can
with
be
him
too
that
cool.
night too.
Yeah, man, I play Fortnite, I don't care about rapping.
Well, you know,
It's like, what, bro?
B grade. B grade's got a kid, Hunter, great kid. Hunter's 15, 16 now. And we always used to say, oh, he must love that you're in a band, that you're a rapper, that you perform and everything. And he's like, no, he thinks that's just something that dads do.
God, that sucks. Dude, my kid's going to be up on the stage at 3, straight up.
Oh, Hunter, he thinks it's cool
No
enough, I
joke.
guess. But it's like, that's dad.
He will.
Dads get drunk in the backyard and rap with each other.
I mean, yeah, fucking cool, Dad.
I mean, we're not disproving the fucking myth.
What
right
do you mean?
now.
Dude.
I have 3 biggest fans, bro.
Bro, dads
they are
drink
my
4X
biggest
Gold
fans,
and watch
and I love
football,
This is
cunt.
what Bob
What do you mean?
Which
Dude,
hates you.
what dad raps in the backyard? They're always like probably on the fucking crack pipe, or like watching fucking Broncos versus Cowboys or something. You know what I mean? Like no one's fucking raps. You can have a group of 30-year-old concreters spitting bars outside. You know, what I mean? Like, pretty rare. I don't know what kind of dads he knows. But like,
To be
yeah, man,
fair-
all my friends' dads rap. You're a pussy. Like, what the fuck you mean, cunt?
That's the best thing about this whole thing, but was the people I've met through this is hands down the paycheck, right?
Yeah.
Like I
He's
speak to
talking about me again.
No, you're one of them. But you meet a lot of people who want to get into this, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to be a big deal. I'm going to be the next fucking Drake, whatever."
Yeah, I'm the best promoter in Brisbane. I'll share your post for fucking if you want to patch my fucking drywall.
But
Shots fired.
so I don't even know who that's at, but it's clearly specific.
Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna say who that's at, but hey man, hey, I'll share your post if you fucking do with $150 patch. It's worth it, trust me. I got 1,200 followers.
You do patchwork though, because I can share a post.
Yeah, I'm a plasterer.
Alright.
Wait, this reminds me of 4 Triple Z. Wait, this
If that
reminds me of
worked-
Lilo.
Dude, Lilo, every time.
Ah, Jazz, how's plastering going? Like, I'm like, God, isn't this always talking about
How's
the
those
show?
plasterers'
Like,
wives, bro?
he's got
How's the
that.
plasterers' wives?
I fucking love Baby Lilo.
Oh, dude, Lilo's awesome.
Dude,
He's
yeah.
the funniest. He's one of the funniest people I've ever met.
Yeah, just naturally funny and very good at.
You just be talking about stuff like, oh, yeah, how's it
Also,
going?
weirdly, everyone else is like, "Oh, I'm having a kid." Everyone's like, "Oh,
Holy
you're not gonna be
fuck.
partying much anymore." Lilo was like, "Hey, that's really cool, man. Like,
Yeah.
so supportive of this. You're gonna be a great dad." And the one time he's ever been serious with me was like the one time I needed someone to be like, "Yeah, good on you, bro."
That's sick.
Yeah, shouts Lilo.
Nah, he's a fucking mag hunt. Very nice and
Much
always
love,
supportive.
He can rap. He can battle. Holy shit!
Yeah.
You try to battle Lilo. He will put you in the fucking.
No,
ground.
dude. I'm
bodied
just not
me.
really a battler, you know. I'm just
So,
more.
context for those
Yeah.
out there who don't know who Lilo is, our local radio station 4 Triple Z, he runs a show on it called Pass the Ox, which we've all been on.
The Venn
countless
diagram of people watching who know who I am and don't know who Lilo is a fucking lemon wedge, mate. There's not many.
times. Very true.
He's a crack up, funny as fuck, dude.
But there'll be a bunch of people in Sydney and up north. And
Oh yeah, the internationals. Oh yes.
Yeah,
Without
yeah,
being
yeah.
rich.
Yes.
I'm
Well, the
interested.
internationals. I'm from
I
Northern
don't know if you
Territory.
know, but I'm a pretty big deal.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah.
You told me.
Yeah. I don't stop telling people.
Dude, I could just imagine Late1 with like a handlebar mustache. Just like, do you want to come to my show tonight? Wait, with a fucking top hat and a suit.
I finally shaved
you would
the
suit
ridiculous
that
fucking mustache.
so well, dude.
He'd be
you had like
trying
a really
railroad
big
tracks.
one too,
Well,
like that.
I did for a period, but
I think that's why I'm saying that, because
Yeah.
I've seen you with it.
So I
but
kind
like a big one though, like
Yeah.
this, like out here.
in the end, I had to like bite the bullet and accept that a mustache isn't the same as a personality.
I mean, it is if you sell like mustache, like beard cream or something.
I knew it had to stop when I was filming.
You know?
When I was doing film clips for the last album, and I was like, man, I look like a fuckhead. Like
Well-
it was fun because it was a COVID thing, right? I drew the COVID mustache in lockdown just to see what would happen.
So what else are you
And
going
you
to
kept it
change?
for a little bit. Hey, everything. I will fucking sell out my my values in a heartbeat, though.
I'm just saying, you still kind of look like a fuckwit.
Yeah,
Oof.
a different kind.
Welcome
I
back
I say
to
that
Meg's
knowing
pissed
that
off.
I look like one too. So.
That's the peak of his comedy, though, man. That's him at full flight. Get funnier, mate.
I can't. I'm already too funny. Just ask my kids, I'll tell you. They tell me all the time how funny I am.
Meg's got a stand-up set next door, back.cast next weekend.
Isn't there a stand-up happening then tonight?
Yeah. Yeah, there's an open mic, I think. Something like that.
You
No,
know
there
we're
is
gonna
a...
be quality.
What's that?
For a mate's 21st years ago, we all got. This was like. We weren't new to smoking weed, but we were new to smoking good weed. So it was the first one, like, really slow. For his birthday, he wanted to go to an open mic and just watch.
Yeah.
And it was fucking excruciating. You're in this small dark room. At that point of getting high, still where you're like you're quite fucking away. You're in public and stoned, and like it might have even been like an 18th or something.
Yeah.
And we're in this tiny dark room, very aware of like people's footsteps in the background, and cunts are getting on stage and not getting a single laugh. And it was the most, I think, uncomfortable I've ever been. It was not a good time.
It's very difficult to stand up because you don't have a backing track to hide.
I'm
You fuck
terrified.
it.
Tails
You know
did
what I mean?
it. Tails did it. He did a whole little fucking something. He was pretty funny.
Yep.
But I'm terrified. At least with your bomber rap set, the music's still playing in the background.
Yes, yeah.
And the rhythm is making you move on.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, yep.
Okay, that song didn't punch. Okay, the next one,
Yep, yep,
we're moving through.
yep.
But stand up, you just stand
Yeah,
there
you're
with your
fucked.
dick in your hand.
Yep.
Well, the audience.
I
Doesn't
I
react.
actually have a bit of material, kind of. I've been starting to write a little bit just
yeah?
just for fun over the years, nothing serious. But I want to go out and do open mics, but maybe not for a couple of years. I'm just slowly practicing on I got a good setup, but I'm practicing on the punchline.
All the greats start in their late 40s, mate. You got plenty of time.
Yeah, I probably will. I'll probably, I'm just trying to work out. Like I'm more at a kind of roasting, but then I don't want to be just a roast comedian. I want to like have proper structured materials, bits. But yeah, I don't know. It's
I
just
think the
a
thing with it
working-
is like, I think it's
work
like
in
rap,
progress.
right? Where like you can see heaps of great battle rappers that can't write a song. And heaps
Yeah,
of great freestyles
yeah,
that can't
yeah.
write.
It's
Great
like
writers
that.
can't freestyle.
Yeah, yeah.
And with comedians, right, got great stand-ups or like great comedy actors. I've never seen a Seth Rogen stand-up set do as funny as shit
Yeah.
when he acts.
Yeah.
So maybe he's good stand-up. I don't know.
Well, it's like Adam Sandler doing stand-up. It's not as funny as his old movies,
right?
in my opinion.
And then you get like the odd crossover, like 360 could battle and write songs.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
that's a
yeah,
rare breed
yeah.
that can do two of them because it's a totally different skill set.
Fuck, man. Just going back on kind of what we spoke about before, I saw this guy once. It was Avery Harden's show, man. And he was his first time performing, and I felt so fucking bad for this guy. Like, he was like 16 or 17. He goes up, man, and he's just playing the beat, and he's reading off his phone. And I swear to God, I heard Angry Birds or Clash of Clans playing through the mic. I'm like, is this guy like even gonna rap or like, he's just like fucking, you hear like whatever the noises are.
I remember doing lectures at uni.
Bro, he had
like,
the
Homer
best
Simpson,
beats.
Like, don't fucking
The best
the Simpsons
beats
game.
I've ever heard in my life. The best drill, fucking like real nice beats, and then nothing, man. And then but everyone was so supportive. Everyone was like, he come off, and I'm like, oh, it's fucking tough. He's like, bro, that was fucked. And I'm like, that's it. That's what
it's
it
a hard
feels like.
game, man.
That's what it feels like. You go up there, and it just goes boom like
Actually,
a wave, bro.
That brings me to one of the things that's been amazing in my whole come up in that. The other big part I mentioned was Freestyle Fridays, right?
Yeah.
So Loz and Master Wolf, when I first met that Kudos cat I was talking about before, he's from Melbourne and he said if you're rapping in Brisbane you got to know Master Wolf. And we went on this mission to find this guy. Ended up bumping into him while I was rolling at a festival once. We ended up in his film clip, Never Question the Dopeness, which is amazing. Go on YouTube, Never Question the Dopeness, Master Wolf now. It's so fucking good. But the Freestyle Fridays they put on at first, they put on these freestyle rap nights, but no one would get up and freestyle. And even me and Benji at this point, we weren't that comfortable freestyling in public, but it was like, okay, we want to support this thing, so we get up and do it. And we started it was at the point that we started to get okay, and Master Wolf's a fucking G. And
that guy's crazy freestyle.
Right? And a few of the old heads would get up. But we're trying to get more, it's just like really a show with like 3 or 4 people freestyling. We want to get the audience involved. So we'd call people up from there. I remember this one kid got up and he's trying to catch the beat. And he just couldn't, right? He'd never freestyled in public before, I think. And he just kind of like choked. And he's getting off the stage and I was laughing at me and I was like, no, fuck that. This guy he had the balls to get up here. He was just in the crowd. I called him out, actually. I pulled him up.
Oh, so he wasn't prepared at all?
No, he was wearing a fucking Gangstar shirt. And I was like, all right, if you're wearing a Gangstar shirt, get up here and rap. Like,
called him out on it.
Yeah, anyway, so the crowd's sort of like, oh, I was like, no, everyone shut the fuck up. Like, he got up here. He gave it a bash. It's scary as shit. He got up and he tried and whatever. It wasn't him, but like, give him a cheer. And the whole crowd cheered and he's like, ugh. And he comes back. He's like, can I go again? I was like, fucking really? So I gave him the microphone back. And he ended up spitting a 16. And like, it wasn't the best thing I've ever heard, but he fucking did it. And
but he went back up.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He was like leaving the stage and he turned around and came back when he got the cheer. I was like, can I try again?
That's insane because like most, you'd fucking...
Well, that was the shit that we fucking loved. And so much of rap is so fucking cutthroat and competitive. And I love that side of it. I fucking love the show and prove. I love the competitive aspect. I love that it's like a blood sport almost in some senses. But also, it's got this community side that I don't think people see quite as much where you can be... I'm a fucking 5'7", fat, pale white boy that for whatever reason was able to live and operate in this space because I was good enough to earn it. And this reinvention almost of self and crap. I don't know, it was the scene can be so welcoming if you just pay your respects. If you,
I think the look thing doesn't matter though anymore though. Like the look thing, like back in like the Hollywood, everyone had to be all beautiful and like the whole thing. But then when the whole independent thing started kicking in, it's like have you ever seen fucking Mercury's gun? Like a lot of Mercury's, but I'm just
hard as fuck.
No, I'm just saying like I'm not trying to pay him out, but it's like. Literally, because that's in his name. No, but I'm serious, dude. That guy is like... I'm just saying, you could look however you want and still have a big fan base. That's all I'm trying to say.
I need a dad joke count.
I'm not trying to rip on him. I like Mercules. It's great. I'm just saying, like... You don't have to... Like, if you plop Mercules in Hollywood, you notice...
But this goes back to what...
Tails always says, though, that I look like a cross between Vinnie Paz and Patton Oswalt.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Don't love it. He has a point.
You look like a guy who would sell tonics in 1830. Tonic for sale! You just like with that mustache again and the top hat. Hello!
Put the zip in your stick?
Yeah.
That's the thumbnail.
You look like a guy, by the way, Jazz. You look like a guy who sells paracetamol to 17-year-olds.
And I say that as Valium. Just way bigger than the... You kids want to buy some Valium?
Meg's just happy to be invited, mate.
Wait, I'm just at home like cutting them in half, putting them in baggies, just making them smaller. Why is this Valium diagonal?
It's too much for you, buddy. Half at a time now. Pace yourself.
Fucking hell.
But no, like...
Oh, shit.
What I generally found, though, was if you came in with... You did your research. You find who came before you. That was one thing that used to be a must, and I think it has fallen off a bit with the current generation. But you knew your history. You'd grown up listening to your fucking... Like for me, it was more the American side than the Australian hip-hop side. Although that was something I made a point to fucking rectify when I started getting involved in the Australian scene. I went back and I looked at all these people that I didn't know enough. I mean, I grew up in Brisbane. Obviously, I'd seen Resin Dogs and Butterfingers play. Like... Fucking Caxton Street Seafood Festival and that sort of shit. Wow. The Valley Fiesta and that. They were everywhere, right? You couldn't avoid them if you were going out to see live music. And that was awesome that we actually had hip-hop groups doing that. But I didn't realise when I was 17, 16 that Butterfingers were hip-hop. Like, they're playing punk instrumentals. That's a live band, live instrumentation. I didn't realise that Evil Eddie was a rapper, or such a good rapper, to be fair. Dude's fucking dope.
See,
the fact it ever lacked like a magic pack of Tim Tams, love it. But like, you know what I mean. This was
Big jam.
Back then. It was just all music. Like it was just all
very
music,
true.
and I wasn't segmenting the scenes as much. And then you become a fan of something, and you always become a gatekeeper where you're really into segmenting. No, this is real fucking hip hop. I'm an old head, bro. No, you listen to pop shit. Fuck off with that. And then what I found was more and more often the artists themselves don't actually give a fuck. It's like, hey man, you're playing guitar, I'm rapping, whatever.
Bro, give me enough vodka. I'll listen to Nelly Furtado.
Oh mate,
Sexy. Oh, what's that song? You know, she's all like, dude, I'll listen to fucking Kesha, cunt. Give me enough Smirnoff Double Blacks. I'll turn into fucking.
he's
I'll turn
literally
into
just
a
listening.
wacko, bro.
Listening trash.
He's just listening dope artists right now.
Kesha.
Bringing sexy
Ting-tang.
back. Yeah, I'm just like 18 beers deep, cunt.
Alright. Well, unfortunately, that's pretty much our time. Because young Christos has to get to another appointment. But, fuck.
It's been a
Flew
good
by.
time.
Talkative, can't tell you.
Yeah, I know, right? Doesn't shut up. Oh, yeah. But man,
Oh, wow. Wait, legit woke up just then and was like, what?
I
What?
was
Who
saying
the fuck
that.
said my name? Christos?
I was thinking that.
Asleep the whole time and then woke up just at that moment.
Fucking ruined. I was having a real good dream too, bro. You fucking ruined it.
talking about playing Angry Birds, bro.
If I'm gonna fucking plug anything since I sat down here, go on YouTube, look up Late1, LATE, number 1. The song's called Better Late Than Never. It's like 5 years old, but it's a really good song.
Hey, man, I'll put up your tags and
There you go.
everything. And
Sick.
Good looks.
dude, it's been a pleasure having you.
Yeah, cheers for coming.
Always love just sitting there listening to you talk.
That's all.
I barely get time to talk.
That's the exact same as when we hang out.
Yeah, exactly, man. But, you know, we're not here till like midnight.
Do you
And
know
you're not drunk yet. You're getting there.
The night is young, my guy.
Yeah, I'm going on a show after this and then the strippers. No, I'm joking.
Do we have like a sign off?
Fuck, hopefully someone can edit that
Really,
out.
you can sign off if you
Jesus Christ.
Stay quiet. Like,
I'm going to be single when I go home.
want. That's one of those things that we've got to come up with. We're going to, you know, start filling out a
Only
lot
you
more
and
things.
fucking
So.
creative people.
Yeah, you don't need to
Give
do a
us one.
sign off like, yeah, power. Like, what the fuck?
Let's
It's like, this is cringe. What, is this 1990s Power Rangers, cunt? Like, yeah, like what?
We'd be
Wrap
on
it up, dap it up.
Alright,
Yeah.
catch us later on the next one. Alright, that's it. You can edit the fucking end of that out. I think-
Fuck, mate.
Yeah.
Yep, good done.